This is a video on an introduction to cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is an intricate network of protein filaments and tubules inside eukaryotic cells and also prokaryotic cells. It stretches throughout the cytoplasm of the cell. There are many functions of cytoskeleton. The first one is to provide shapes and support to the cell. The cytoskeleton holds the structure of the cell. That's how the cells are either round or spherical in shape. And some cell they can change their shapes, and cytoskeleton also helps doing that. And another function is to help in organization of the internal components. And cytoskeleton also helps internal component movement and also helps in the whole cell movement, and it helps cell to do mechanical interaction with the environment. It mediates cellular processes including cell division, endocytosis, intracellular transport, and cell signaling. For a long time, it was thought that cytoskeleton is a special feature that is only found inside eukaryotic cells. So it was thought of a signature of eukaryotic cell. But later, in 1990, it was observed in prokaryotic cell. But the prokaryotic cytoskeleton is a little different from eukaryotic cytoskeleton in several ways. Firstly, prokaryotic cytoskeleton and its elements are less conserved and more diverse in prokaryotic cells, and it reflects the evolutionary diversity of prokaryotes. Secondly, prokaryotic cytoskeleton has analogous proteins of the eukaryotic cytoskeleton and also some unique proteins. For example, FTSZ or tubulin-like cytoskeleton filament, MREP or actin-like cytoskeleton filament, and crescentin or intermediate filament-like cytoskeleton element are found in prokaryotic cytoskeleton, and they all have eukaryotic counterparts. And another big difference is that prokaryotic cytoskeleton lacks motor proteins and accessory proteins that are found in eukaryotic cytoskeleton filaments. Prokaryotic cytoskeleton was discovered so late because of the advances in visualization technology and structure determination that enabled the detection of filaments in prokaryotic cells in the early 1990s. And before that, it was assumed that prokaryotes did not have or need cytoskeletal architecture. And finally, some features of cytoskeleton. They are made of protein filaments, which are long chains of protein monomers, and also protein tubules, which are hollow tubes of protein monomers. And cytoskeleton is highly dynamic in nature. It continuously changes its shape, size, and organization in response to environmental signal or cell's need. It can rapidly assemble and disassemble its components such as microfilaments, intermediate filaments, and microtubules by adding or removing protein subunits. It can also rearrange its network by cross-linking, branching, sliding, or bending its filaments. And it does it with the help of accessory proteins and motor proteins. This dynamic behavior enables it to perform the various functions inside the cell. And the third feature is like it can generate mechanical force and can drive movement of the cell. And this force is generated using the motor proteins, and these motor proteins interact with cytoskeletal filaments. And motor proteins are enzymes that can convert chemical energy from ATP into mechanical work. They can bind to and move along the filaments, either pulling or pushing them relative to each other. Some examples of motor proteins are myosin, kinesin, and dynein. That's all for today.